going to share with you what I'm eating today. And the first thing that I'm starting off with is a green juice as well as a big fruit salad. We also foraged these beautiful wild plums a couple days ago, so I'm gonna add those in before they go bad. I'm on the no coffee train again, so I'm gonna share with you what I've been having as like kind of my warm drink in the morning, because I really like that ritual and I'm not ready to give it up yet. Yeah, lunch is gonna be super simple, utilizing leftovers. I'm gonna make a really beautiful chocolate cake treat later on and then have a nice summery dinner. So let's get into the meals. First, I'm going to make the maple lime dressing. I'm using the juice of a medium lime and a tablespoon of maple syrup. I'm chopping up strawberries as well as some grapefruit, a little bit of orange and watermelon, and some of those wild plums that I showed you earlier. Such a hydrating way to start the day, and the maple lime dressing is a great twist to a regular fruit salad. Now, I've been using this Earth Echo Cacao Bliss for my warm drink in the morning to help me just kind of slowly get off coffee. And this is great because it's 100% cacao beans. They're naturally kissed by the sun, nothing is processed, and it has a superfood blend including things like turmeric as well as coconut, monk fruit, lucuma, cinnamon, and black pepper. It has a lot more body and richness to it than just a straight cacao powder. And I've been blending this with some water, some plant milk, and the little frother they gave me, which is really fun because I've never used one of those before. You can drink it in your coffee or have it on its own, and I really feel like it's helping me just kind of bridge that gap between no caffeine and having something nice and comforting in the morning. I'm also going to use this in the cake recipe that I share later, so stay tuned for that. Really like refreshing and very, very tasty. You like it? You want to have one? Yeah, just help yourself. Oh girl, did you just get a grapefruit or a watermelon? Oh, that was grapefruit. Oh no. Oh no, not nice, huh? Yucky. Where we live, it's really, really smoky right now because there's a lot of forest fires and the wind is just howling. So I'm gonna show you a little bit. I don't know if you can tell how smoky it is, but there's literally ash flying all around. But we need to get out of the house for even just a couple of minutes because the kids are going crazy. So we're gonna head up to the greenhouse and just check on the plants there, pull some weeds, just get out of the house for just a second because we're all gonna lose our minds. Hi, girl.
So this needs to be dried like that, the way it is. And now you want to pick it using like a knife or nails and actually see if there's any corns. You see?
Is it in there? Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Hope I'm not misunderstood on the long way home.
I found him! Hey, how you doing?
Yay!
Hi, little feet.
There he is!
On the long way home. Look at this. We both took a risk. Who would've thought back then that we both end up like this? Oh yeah, I ain't had a plan. She said, boy, we better get to it. Gonna be a long ride. We're gonna need more than love to get through it.
He's gonna find some pears. He found some on the ground.
Really?
Yeah? Daddy loves picking fruit.
He loves picking.
Thanks, neighbors.
Yeah.
Can I have some fruit?
Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah, those are beautiful. I think they're pretty hard still. For lunch, I'm just going to utilize some leftovers. So this is a really simple, easy meal that's really flavorful, but also just really quick to put together. I've got some quinoa that I made last night, some cashew cream here that I'm going to make into a dressing. Now, I know a lot of you don't like cashews or cashew-based things. I would use as a sub a plain coconut yogurt, the least processed that you can possibly find, and this will work out really good. I'm I'm grating up some cucumber, and I'm using a little bit of fresh dill as well as some lemon juice, some garlic, and a little bit of pickle juice, believe it or not. That really gives a nice flavor to it. And I'm using the cashew cream, but like I said, you could do a plain plant yogurt here, and then a little bit of salt and pepper, and this tastes so, so good, you guys. Now I'm just cutting up a little bit of fresh tomato as well as cucumber that we just got from the greenhouse. So, so good and fresh, as well as a little bit of red onion. And I'm going to add all of this to my quinoa along with some fresh parsley. Adding a little bit of cumin, garlic powder, and salt here, and then just stirring it until it is gently combined. Then put the quinoa mixture inside the romaine lettuce leaves and garnish it with a little bit of fresh mint and serve it with the garlic dill dipping sauce. So good. Really fresh. That extra little mint just adds such a taste explosion. Very Mediterranean, but also very light. So I totally think you guys will dig this. And if you're not in the mood to make a lettuce boat, just chop up your romaine and make this into a salad. Really easy to put together with leftovers, super quick. I just decided to be real and honest with you guys here. I want a vegan buttercream frosting cake, and so that is what I'm gonna make. For the most part, I definitely take control and self-discipline over that, but every once in a while, I think it's totally fine to have some kind of pleasurable meal or dessert or something. So when I talk about pleasure eating, this is food that really has no nutritional value. It's not going to be doing anything. 95% of the time, I'm eating food that fuels my body, and I definitely suggest that you do the same. If you're only taking pleasure from food, then I suggest taking a real hard look, but still with love for yourself, at where else in your life can you derive pleasure from that is not food, because food is not the place where you want to be getting all of your pleasure from. But here's my number one secret, my number one tip if you are going to do this, is to plan it in advance. If you have a history like me of disordered eating or binge eating, or you eat something in the moment and it just sends you on a downward spiral like me, then my number one tip is that you plan this in advance, at least 24 hours in advance. So I knew that today was going to be the day that I was going to make a chocolate cake. I was going to enjoy the piece of cake that I have, and I was going to enjoy every single bite. But also planning it in advance makes me not spiral into this, shame cycle where I eat an entire cake in the moment and then later regret it. These pleasure meals are getting more few and far between. I can tell you honestly, I don't crave this, and as you start to clean up your diet, the less you will want junk. But every once in a while, sometimes you want it. So just be in charge of it and don't let it be in charge of you. Just so you guys know, this recipe is from noracooks.com, and I just made it oil-free. I didn't add the oil, I just used the applesauce instead. So if you're interested in that, head on over to her site and check out this recipe.
I can't even explain it, maybe it's the way you look in my eyes. How I feel is beyond words can describe. How you ignite this fire so deep inside. Got me hot like the summer. Oh, really no one even knows me like you do. There's not many in my circle, so few. Love how you're my friend and not just a fool. Love it when you say that you're here to stay.
Oh yes, that looks absolutely gorgeous. This is a special, special treat, something you don't eat all the time, huh? That is delicious. Exactly what I was wanting. I'm gonna enjoy that gigantic piece, and then I've already made arrangements to bring the rest of the cake over to my neighbors. So I know that it's not gonna be tempting me anymore, and I will have been feeling no guilt because I planned that ahead of time. It's done, it's over. As soon as I finish this, I will feel great, I'll feel happy about it, and I'm gonna move on. That's super chocolatey, and that Cacao Bliss really adds like a rounded richness to the actual chocolatey flavor. Very, very good. I highly recommend using that if you're gonna make this cake.
Woke up this morning feeling a little strange.
In exchange for the cake, my neighbor gave me some nice fresh green beans, so I thought it would be a great way to just have some fresh produce. I've got my corn that we picked from the greenhouse, and I'm gonna make a little bit of dressing with some Dijon mustard, rice vinegar, garlic, green onion, and some fresh basil leaves, also from the greenhouse. A little bit of salt and pepper, mix this together. Oh, so refreshing and good.
Yeah, I got problems, ain't gotta solve them. Right now I'm awesome.
I chopped up a little bit of tomato as well, and I'm going to now use that with the green beans and then put that little dressing on top. It is so fresh and so good, and the corn is so sweet, I really don't feel like it needs anything at all. These are great for a side, and if you wanted to bulk up your meal, you could absolutely add a grain or a bean.
Feel good, feel good, I feel good, feel good.
If you guys are looking for more recipes that are simple and whole food plant-based that are gonna help with weight loss, minus the cake, then check out this playlist right here with more recipes and inspiration to eat whole food plant-based.